Hello.
Hello, welcome to Shipwrecks. I am Ghost in the Hella.
And I'm Velmax.
And we are playing Life is Strange Aftermath, Chapter 2.
Part 3.
Yes, Part 3 of Chapter 2. Yes. Alright, so this is, for anyone who doesn't know, a fan game for Life is Strange. With, I guess, a Marshfield focus, although right now it's been kind of a little Chasefield-y.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens.
I've been hanging out with Victoria a lot. But hopefully we will go visit Kate in the hospital today. What? Oh, it's Little Bear. It's Little Bear messing with the coat rack, as usual. The cats are acting out. Little Bear, please. Okay, you want to
contain him? Or...
I was gonna say get this started, but I'll put him in containment so he doesn't knock over the fucking coat rack.
Onto us.
Yeah, baby boy, that's very naughty.
Well, I guess maybe just put him down in the bedroom. You see, soft containment. Surely that will keep him from being naughty.
Yeah, he's turning right around. He's getting proper containment because he's immediately off the bed and ready for trouble.
Can you turn the outdoor light off while you're up?
Sure.
Thank you.
All right.
And so Max has finally done the thing.
Yay!
And gone to visit Kate in the hospital.
Hooray!
Yay!
Oh, we've been waiting for this. Kate!
Instead of having to send passive, non-aggressive texts.
Yeah. Passive assertive text to Max.
Yeah.
Like, you should really come visit. I would love to see you. You should come visit me in the hospital before yeah, it's pretty chewed up. All right. Do you want to read or shall I?
I'll do some reading since you did the majority of it last time.
I did.
As I entered the clean cream-colored room, the warm afternoon light makes me squint my eyes. The hospital room had a decently sized window, which gave the room a very natural amount of lighting. As I stepped further into the room, I noticed Kate, wearing her normal clothes. What was up with that? The tables to her sides are full with what seemed to be letters, flowers, and balloons with the expected "get well soon" messages all over them.
How do you feel about that? Like, get well soon messages for somebody
soon
who has had,
have you tried being
a suicide
well?
attempt? Like, that's...
Have you tried getting well?
I mean, that seems not quite the right...
It's true, but I feel like there also aren't a lot of balloons that say, "I'm sorry, you're clinically depressed."
True. True.
It's like,
maybe there should be.
Like, with a lot of counseling and exercise, you can get through this.
Yeah.
With a little smiley face.
Yeah. How about just, like, we support you?
Aw,
yeah. Like, why aren't there balloons that say we support you, or I love you, or... Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are ones that say I love you, but, like, we love you. Yes, princess!
I mean, really, if you're ever unwell, you have to hope that it's around, like, a holiday with cute balloons. Like, for Easter time, then there would be bunny balloons.
Oh, Kate would like that, and you would like that.
Let's hope that you never have to buy me a get well soon. Get well, honey bunny.
Well, never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting vibe.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure it is what people do.
Kate lifts her face up to see me, a soft smile on her face.
Aww.
Do you want to be Kate or Max?
I can be Kate.
Okay.
You made it, Max. Come in.
A slight excitement was noticeable in her voice. I walked closer to her as she puts her notebook on the side. That's a lot of flowers. You're famous now, aren't you? You've got way more views on Insta than I do.
Right? Oh, God, worst thing to say to her, Max. Damn.
Yeah. Everybody knows about your mental illness.
God damn. I'm sure she meant it in a nice way.
Kate chuckled.
This is what happens when Max can't rewind every conversation to say the right thing.
Right.
More like infamous. A lot of guys from school have been sending them. Even Principal Wells sent those sunflowers.
She pointed to an impressive arrangement of sunflowers that took most of the space on her flower table.
Okay.
Really? So even he has a heart.
He's just got a secretary.
He took the money out of the handicap fund.
Oh, God, he did. No need to be mean, Max.
I moved my gaze from the flowers and turned it back to Kate. And once I'm close enough to her, I offer her the macchiato cup.
It's empty, I'm afraid.
Can you throw this out? I didn't see a trash can on the way.
Oh, God. Aw. I already drank half of it.
I thought you would like it. I know you're more of a tea girl, but it's really, really good. Promise. And your clothes, what's up with that? So, again, things that you shouldn't say that way. Kate tilted her head to the side, taking the cup, but ignoring the latter part of the sentence.
Fair. So, why does it have your name on the cup?
Fuck. She noticed.
Oh my God, Max.
What? Well, the cashier asked me for my name. Sorry about that. I kind of remembered.
And it even has a heart. This is heartbreaking.
I thought we had gotten another one for Kate. No, we just got the one and then drank half of it and then brought it to Kate. Cold.
Yeah. Hashtag relatable.
It's true. I often bring you back half of something that I've already started eating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how many times have I brought you like half a cup of coffee from Cumberland Farms?
Yeah, it's always been delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Yeah. So this Max is not being inconsiderate. She's just jumped several years ahead into their relationship.
Yeah. It would be weird if, like, we weren't even dating yet.
Yes, that would be weird.
Yeah.
Like, here, I brought you my half-drunk coffee.
Kate said as she took a sip out of it, taking advantage of the flustered feeling that lingered after her little joke. Kate nodded at me, beaming as she spoke.
Hey, this is really good. Not better than tea, but really impressive.
Kate put the cup on the table to her side. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
And as for my clothes, what can I say? Knowing almost everyone in Arcadia Bay has its benefits. Besides, I wasn't going to see you in the gown. That would have been so embarrassing.
Oh, I see. The good part was that my totally planned gift worked, even if the room was now filled with a silence only interrupted by the occasional car driving by in the background. I sat on the edge of Kate's bed, trying to avoid her gaze. It looked like I wasn't getting off easy with just small talk, was I? Sorry, Kate. I wanted to come earlier, but...
I didn't. You're totally fine. School got a little tough, didn't it? I understand. I guess it's not easy after we talked. I would also feel exhausted.
Yeah, but I'm so glad to see you here, Kate. Well, not here, but I'm glad to see you and we're here, Kate. Hi, Kate.
Oh, God. So, if she were holding the coffee, it would probably refill, right?
If Kate was?
Or if Max was
Max
holding the
rewinds
coffee.
and then goes, "Where'd you get half a macchiato?"
Why does it have my name on it? Thanks,
Oh,
I
it's
wanted some
grab it
coffee.
for. Oh, thanks, Kate. This is great.
Oh, Max.
I extended my hand and put it on the bed for Kate to take, slowly reaching with hers and putting it on top of mine with her usual gentle smile.
I'm glad too. And, well, it means a lot to me that you came over. I was starting to worry that you'd end up not coming at all, or not coming after all.
She took her hand off of mine to grab the cup and drink from her coffee, staring out of the window.
Jim Donaghy. This place is pretty. It's really not as bad as you'd think, but I sometimes felt lonely.
Well, at least the flowers and plushies kept you company, didn't they?
But they aren't good at keeping up conversation. We've been trying to get out of the "how are you" for a couple of days now.
Talking to plants and inanimate objects all day. Not cool.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was a joke, Max.
What about the nurses? How are they treating you?
They've been nice. At the beginning, they were a little aggressive about my phone and scared of me watching TV, but after a bit, they finally relaxed a little. One of them tries to talk to me apart from, "How are you feeling, Kate?" too. That's kind of nice.
She took another sip from her drink, her face going from the bright smile to a much more apathetic expression, a hint of sadness behind it.
Now I want just a really sugared up coffee.
Yeah. Sounds nice. I'm glad.
Yeah.
The mood quickly soured. Did I say something bad? The silence in the room remained for a couple of awkward minutes yet again. However, Kate cut through it with ease.
I haven't been able to stop thinking about that day, Max. I think about it all day. Your words, what I felt when I chose to go up the stairs and to the roof.
The heavy feeling of silence that surrounded us. The awkward, inconclusive feelings that floated in the air. They weren't going to go away until we talked about the elephant in the room, were they?
No, Max, you need to talk. You had told me that you wanted for us to stop talking, to part our own ways so decisively and without hesitation. But right after you went up the stairs and told me that, you wanted me to stay with you. You even promised to stay together. Why do you have to confuse me this much? Do you hate me?
Oh.
Do you want us to be friends?
Oh.
I'll always be thankful for what you did for what you did. You saved me from something so stupid, but why did you do it?
I understand how you feel. I was so mean to you, told you that it was for the best, and I betrayed you.
Yeah, Max.
But I did it because I still care about you, Kate. I care about you too much to pretend like I don't care. If you die, I couldn't live with myself if I did so. Kate clenched her left hand into a fist, her thumb brushing against the side of her hand nervously. Hi, baby girl. You gonna come sit on my lap? Gonna come shoot some wires. But I meant what I said.
Princess.
I want to be with you, really.
Then what did you mean by again? By the futures that you mentioned?
Oh, that's just time travel. She turned to face me. Her look was skeptical, as if she had just caught me in a lie. Baby girl.
Princess, what you doing, baby?
Baby girl, I can't.
She's so cute.
I need to
Get
be able
in.
to see where your precious perfect mouth is.
So I know that you're not chewing on those wires. Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Come here.
I need to,
Come to your buzzer.
invent, a cat toy or a cat snack that is, essentially wires for cats that like to chew on wires.
Oh, come off.
Oh, why don't you hang out on your Pazer's shoulders? Doesn't that sound nice, baby girl? Doesn't that sound... Oh, she's so sweet.
She's such a good girl.
Say hi to the peoples, Gideon.
Oh.
Say hello. Say hello.
Unless you were trying to make up for Unless you were trying to make up a dream or a game to get me to listen to you, in which case...
Oh, sorry.
Meh. Oh my god.
It wasn't. I raised my voice slightly, cutting off Kate as she spoke. Why would I lie to you? I saw what I saw. I saw Chloe die, Victoria, I gritted my teeth, the image of Kate jumping, infecting my mind with rage.
You saw me too, right?
Yeah, I did.
It sounds unbelievably fake, but it sounds too complicated to be just a bluff. Why would you do this? Did you tell me something this crazy just for the slightest chance that I wouldn't jump off?
I did, and I would do whatever it took to do so. It's crazy, Kate, but will you let me explain it to you? Just one chance, Kate. The very last one.
She's purring now.
Yeah, she is.
Aw, love you so much, my giddy girl.
I love Marshfield.
You do, don't
Gideon stands for Marshfield. Gideon stabs for Marshfield.
Gideon stands Marshfield.
The stream has been interrupted by a sleepy kitten. Does look like she's falling asleep.
Good girl.
Kate looked down at her hands, moving the table in between us away to her side with a slight nod. She hesitantly nodded, looking at me unexpectedly. Just listen to me. I know it sounds crazy, but I have a power to rewind time. Kate seems in awe of what I told her, raising an eyebrow before leaning forward.
Alright, wait, can you say it again? I think I
have the power to rewind time, Kate. It's real, I promise. I slowly tried to move my hands towards her. However, I accidentally rewound time. However, Kate moved hers back, looking at me with disbelief. She was going to make this really, really hard.
No, that's impossible. You're talking about superpowers, like comic book superpowers, right? God, Gideon, please.
I am. I can rewind time for a bit, but sometimes I can use pictures and change the past, which changes the future, too.
How do I know you're not lying?
Baby girl, don't attack your papa's cables. How was I supposed to give her proof? If I played with time just a little, there was a chance that a tornado would appear again, or something worse than that. I had to do something. I took in a deep breath, trying to think through things as calmly as possible.
She is just staring at your headphone cable.
Yeah, she is.
Snack time, Papas. It's Gideon's snack time.
Yeah, there you go. Go on past your shoulders.
I wanna check your wires.
Look, I can't just show you. What?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Gideon. Oh, God. I love you so much. I love you so much. Don't attack your papa's wires. Just don't do it, baby. Just don't do it, my love.
Is there a quiet ball? I'm gonna go find a quiet ball. She looks, you can't see her face, but it looks nuts.
I'll bet it does. I'll bet it does.
Okay, Gideon.
Oh God, hang on.
Out of the way, Pazzer. Quiet ball. Got a little bit out of the
Okay. Surely that will make things easier.
Little bit. Okay.
Oh, she brought her quiet ball back for you to throw again,
She
babe. Yeah, she did. It's right there. Yeah. Look, I can't just show you. When I used it, I tried to save Chloe. I saved her from Nathan, but just a couple weeks later, this massive tornado appeared out of nowhere. So many people died, and Kate seemed hesitant, even more than before, but she didn't interrupt me. One step closer, I guess. I can't explain how I got it. I don't even know how it happened, but I have it. The same week that Chloe died, you tried to jump off. It was because of the video, because of your family. It's been bothering you, hasn't it? Yes. I don't know who it was. Everyone I asked didn't know either or didn't want to help. I felt so trapped, like there was no escape. But you stopped me. David, the security guard, he's been harassing you too, right? Kate didn't answer, her eyes in visible confusion as she nods. Yeah? I've seen him sometimes following me. He'll get on top of me for the slightest thing. How did you know? I haven't told anyone. No one has seen it either. I saw it. The week in which I saved Chloe. He tried to harass you and I took a picture of it. You were angry with me about it. Kate looked away. I also saw your favorite Bible passage, Matthew 11:28, right? It's in your Bible. You made a little note out of it. I forgot about it on the roof, and Kate turns around again, extremely confused as she speaks in a soft murmur. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. How did you know that? She asked herself, her hands fidgeting nervously. There's a bit of silence before I decide to step in. I discovered it. Nathan was the one who drugged you. He drugged Rachel with Jefferson. Chloe and I found her body, too. Jefferson then tried to kill me. You wanna pick up?
What if it's Kate's suicide attempt that causes the storm?
Interesting. So it's all Victoria's fault. Well, I guess, and Nathan.
Yeah.
Mostly Nathan. But Victoria did not have to videotape it and
It's
put it
true.
up online.
It's true.
That was some bullshit. Do you want to continue the narration?
Sorry, I was
or-
just
Lost
imagining,
in,
imagining a future.
headcanons.
Yeah. Kate shook her head slightly, still in visible disbelief.
Is it really true? Everything you said, did it all really happen?
I shuffled closer to Kate. This time she didn't seem to push me away. I put a hand on one of her legs over the bed sheets, trying to show her my honesty. It did, and I wish it hadn't. I saved Chloe so many times.
So many times.
I tried
Chloe.
to stop her dad from dying, and even that didn't fix anything. Jefferson died, Nathan died, Chloe died, Victoria, and so would have everyone if Chloe hadn't.
Little bear down, sir. Oh my god, he's in the sink. I look down at the bed, feeling my eyes water as I remember her once again. Oh no. Oh, flashback.
Oh no!
Oh, sad
Oh,
Chloe
wait,
face. Oh, the sad Chloe face.
Oh, a sad Chloe flashback. Oh, what a treat.
I think I should accept my fate. Our fate. I know you'll make the right decision. Chloe, I can't make this choice. No, Max. You're the only one who can.
Kate suddenly put her hand over mine. Her tiny smile offered me some slight reassurance.
I understand. It's so crazy, but I think I do. At least for now, Max. Time traveling. Multiple futures. Unbelievable.
I nodded, wiping my eyes before lifting my gaze up again. I know, I sometimes think it might just be one of their chewing sticks. I hope it's just one of their chewing sticks.
Oh, these cats, man. They were so good all day.
Until I got home.
like an hour before you got home.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it all happened, and at the very least, it helped me save you, Kate. Kate then took her hand off mine. Her confusion was swept away as she tried to find the answers to her own questions.
You said you saw me jump off. You saw what happened with David, my Bible. You even said that I was drugged by Nathan, right? I looked at her with skepticism. Why would she be asking about this if I already told her about it? Yeah, exactly. Why? Then you did know about my family, the emails. You knew about everything. Kate looked down at her hands, fiddling with the bed covers as she spoke. Then why did you leave me alone, Max?
Yeah, Max.
If you knew what I was going through, why didn't you help me? When I told you about my mom, you acted as if you didn't know what was happening. You were so oblivious. So why?
Kate was understandably confused, but now I was the even more confused one. Where was I supposed to even start explaining? Of course, after Chloe's death, I was shocked, but why did I ignore her so much? I tried to convince myself that it was better, but shit, what could I even tell her? Oh, well, Kate, I stuttered, averting my gaze to the floor. I just didn't think you'd kill yourself? My bad? Every answer sounded stupid.
Damn, Max.
No matter how I put it, I was dangerously close to letting her die.
Yeah.
Kate leaned forward slightly, her expression slowly morphing into a more angry one.
You told me before all this, when we met each other, that you'd be with me. You said we'd always be together, that I was your best friend. Why did you leave me? Not only that, but you told me it was for the best? That we should go our different ways?
Can you see what he's doing?
I cannot.
Peak emotional moment. Time to act out.
He's on top of the fort I made for them. I think there is a cheese stick on that. I think
Oh,
he's
okay.
messing with it. My boy. My bear. My little bear.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah.
Love you, baby.
Kate, really, Kate raises her voice, cutting me off strongly.
Did you want me to die?
Of course I didn't. I raised my own voice with an angry
Oh, they're
tone.
gonna have some nurses.
It was
running in
loud
there.
enough to get Kate to stop talking at the very least.
Little bear, don't you dare.
Come over here, sweetie.
Papa threw a spring for you.
So much. I love you so much, baby
I
bear.
panted, feeling my heart beating strongly against my chest, my adrenaline at an all-time high. You don't know how much I saw, how much I lived through again and again. I saw Chloe die so many times. I saw Rachel's body. Jefferson die in front of me. That massive fucking tornado that almost killed
Little
everyone. Can you imagine? Everyone trapped in a miserable diner, accepting that it's going to be the end for them?
Little bear, down. Down. Little bear. Oh, don't walk in the... God damn it. Little bear.
Little Bear is the Chloe of naughtiness.
Like, you just put all 4 feet in the skillet. How many times have you burned your feet this week and you still have not learned? What the fuck, little bear? You have no sense of self-preservation, my sweet.
Just
Sorry,
like
you've
his-
been trapped in here with him.
Cousin Perkins? Uncle Perkins? Uncle
Perkins.
Perkins.
Yeah, Uncle Perkins does have 0 sense of self-preservation.
Being 1 second away from saving them? The despair? The sadness? Kate looked away, her conflicting emotions reflecting upon her confused expression. I thought that if Jefferson was gone, that if Nathan was gone, everything would go back to normal. That was your sadness, and that your sadness and desperation would go away? That if it was gone, that if I was gone, you'd be happy.
Kittens, why? God. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is like an very intensely emotional moment, and the cats just will not stop acting out. They got sent to their room, and they somehow managed to. I don't even know. What did they do? Oh my god. Knocked a bunch of stuff over. Hey, Mia. Mia says, clearly I've missed a lot. Oh god. I mean, mostly you've missed our cats acting out for the past, 30 minutes. But yeah, we've mostly been in the hospital with Kate today. Having an argument. A pretty heated argument.
Oh, did somebody come to the chat?
Yes, Mia has come to the chat.
Hi, Mia.
About Nexus, hi. Do you want me to keep going with this, babe, or wait for you to come back? Keep going? Alright. I wanted you to be happy, Kate. Even if it meant I had to leave you. Would Kate be able to understand it? It doesn't change what I did. But if I doubted, even for one more second, I was going to lose her again. But this time I didn't want that to be the case. I wanted to end all of our troubles, to finally live that life we used to have, for that hell on earth we went through. I could hear the bedsheets rustling as Kate gripped them once more. The sound of her nose sniffling caught my attention, and as I lifted my gaze, I saw Kate wiping the tears away from her face. You're so stupid.
She really is. Yeah. Kate avoided me as much as possible, so I tried to extend my hand to her again, hoping that this time she wouldn't reject it. As I put my hand over hers, Kate took it with both of her hands. Ah, my shoulder. Squeezing it.
Alright, you had PT tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, squeezing it very softly.
I can't go back to normal without you. I can't act like everything is alright if you're gone, Max.
Kate rubbed my hand with both of hers, not letting go of it for even a second.
When Chloe died, you weren't the same. It was as if you were gone. It didn't matter how much I looked for you, how many messages I sent you. You just didn't seem to come back to me. It was...
I moved even closer to Kate, but she didn't lift her gaze. I'm sorry, Kate. I should have told you something. I should have tried to reach out to you, tell you that I needed help. I'm so stupid. I almost lost you, but I won't lose you this time. Kate hesitated, finally looking at me with a troubled look.
You promised you would stay with me, and then you left me. How can I know it won't be the same? How am I supposed to know that you aren't lying to my face this time around? You almost left me to die. You broke our promise, and now you did the same thing again. Max.
I know, it's hard to believe. You have no reason to believe me. But this time it will be different. I've realized that I really want to move forward with you, Kate. I can't live without my tea partner.
My partner in tea?
My best friend. If I lost you, nothing would ever be the same.
Mia says, Vosh and I are in love with the art style of Kate especially. It is adorable. Yeah, I really like the art in this. And hello, Mohammed on Twitch. This is Life is Strange Aftermath. It is a fan game made by Retrozone Studios for Life is Strange.
This is chapter 2 or episode 2?
Chapter 2, I think, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Kate's in the hospital, and Max has been avoiding her, and, now they're hashing
fighting.
it out. Yeah. Kate smiled to herself softly. The glowing orange light of the afternoon made her tears even more notorious. I took my hand away from Kate's grasp, bringing it up to her cheek to clean her tears.
Oh. Really now?
Kate chuckled softly. So it's just kind of like an interactive fanfic, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a visual novel taking place after one of the potential endings of Life is Strange Season 1. So yeah, it's basically fanfic, but you can
Click through it and there's
click
art.
through it and make decisions.
There's a tiny amount of decision
we
making.
chose to spend time with Victoria instead of Steph, which I still... Like, story-wise, I think it was the right call.
Yeah.
But I love Steph. Is it better than the actual game? No, but it is very good. It's very enjoyable, and it's a nice supplement to the actual game. The actual game had, a much bigger team working on it, and
Like, more action and...
more
So this is just kind of like...
resources.
Essentially, like, somebody has taken the story and extended it.
Yeah,
And there's...
kind of like they did with the comics.
Yeah, it's kind of like... Think of it like a comic. But it's,
Playable.
playable.
Motion comics.
Motion not guaranteed, although
Get some motion. Oh my god.
they haven't changed poses in a while, so they can't dance right now. Oh, there we go.
Will you not break your promise this time?
She asked, taking my hand off from her cheek and caressing it with her thumb delicately, her eyes staring into mine with great expectation. The way that she stared into my eyes got my heart racing again. Her warm smile, soft touch, and delicate eyes caught me off guard and made me blush. Of course I will. I know I missed one time. I couldn't protect you then, so I'll protect you now, Kate.
Hashtag.
Kate
Kate
rubbed her
Protection
cheek
Squad.
against my hand softly. The lighting only made her look even more beautiful. How did she always manage to make me feel like this?
'Cause you're gay, Max.
Even when she was crying, I was always the one at a loss in front of the introverted girl.
Sure. Pinky promise then?
She giggled,
Left.
bringing her left hand with her pinky's finger ready to seal the
Hands are
contract.
cold.
My hands are cold.
Why are your hands so cold?
Because I washed them not terribly long ago.
I was gonna hold your hand to warm it.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I brought up my right hand, intertwining our fingers as a way of showing that things this time would be right. But would it be enough? So... Okay. Yeah, it's plausible.
Yeah.
Actually, I have one more promise.
Oh.
Kate tilted her head to the side slightly. This time, Kate, I'll make you happy.
I will make you happy. You will have no choice in the matter.
Right? That seems like an
Gonna
awfully
clinically
big...
undepress you.
Yeah. It's like, okay, first thing, Kate, have you tried being happy? Come on. You should smile more, Kate.
Oh, poor Kate.
I want to make things right. I want to make this future the one in which you can live without regrets. And I'll be there, right by your side. Kate blushed, playing it off with a nervous chuckle.
You are so intense now all of a sudden. Is this a best friends thing? It's a gay thing, Kate. Did you see this when you rewound time? Wait, are you cheating? Did you rewind time? How many times have I said this? It says it's a feeling kind of day in this hospital tonight. There's a lot of feelings going on. Oh, gay feeling. Or feeling kind of gay in this hospital tonight. There we go. Yes. Yes, it is.
All the nurses outside just like eating popcorn. It's like, be there in a
Do you
minute.
think she actually has time powers?
I'll be there in a minute, Mrs. O'Leary. You've got 10 more minutes before your meds are due. I shook my head, chuckling at her joke.
Oh, she was joking. Okay. I thought she was serious.
Right? I assumed she was
Fuck.
serious, yeah. Maybe?
I would have been.
Sometimes I just want to say, you know. Sometimes I just know what to say. Only sometimes, though.
Very rarely. Sometimes you really do. I like that, Max. Then it's settled. You'd better not be lying.
Of course not. It would be a waste to do so after all that speech, you know?
Damn, Max.
Kate smiled, releasing my hand and putting hers on top of the bed
Now,
sheets.
can I have the truth about why this coffee cup has your name on it and is already half drunk? Mia says, I'm guessing Max hasn't used her powers since the banding choice. No, she has not. Yeah, I forget, because it's been so long since we played Chapter 1. I forget if that's by choice or if she doesn't have them anymore. I think it's by choice.
I think it's my choice.
When I'm out, do you want to have that tea party we have pending?
I nodded almost too quickly in response. Of course. I got a new place we can go to, unless you want to go back to the usual place.
The two whales? Oh, Mia says, aw, Max's smiling sprite. It is very cute. The art is adorable in this. A new place definitely sounds exciting. A breath of fresh air.
Then we'll do it. I'll bring all the stuff myself.
I mean, they shouldn't have to. It's a coffee shop. They usually have tea. Thank you, Max. I'm looking forward to it.
Kate took the notebook from the top of the table, flipping through the pages.
I worked on some stuff while I was here. Do you want to see? It's all, like... What was in her journal? Like, in the game? Was it, like, nooses and shit? Like, just really fucking grim.
Dark,
Grim. Horrible stuff. But in the hospital, it was back to her cute little aminals.
Kate slid the table in front of her again. Of course. Did you have any big breakthroughs?
Sort of. I've been thinking about drawing a children's book. I love how they look, and the stories, even if they are, well, childish.
Really? I didn't know that. Children's books.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, being honest, but I sometimes read them. Helps me get a lot of inspiration for drawings.
Hey, it's not embarrassing. Just imagine. Kate Marsh, the most popular writer in all of Arcadia Bay.
Oh, that's not gonna take much.
No. Isn't that a cool title? Maybe you'll even get to do... Maybe you'll even get your picture framed on the diner.
Oh, I don't know if Two Whales has... Do they have a Wall of Fame at the Two Whales Diner?
Do they?
I can't remember.
I guess we're due for a replay.
Oh. Mia says, Happy Kate, my heart! And please tell me they included the hot dog man and mustard art. Yeah, it's... The hot dog man and mustard art tends to be quite homoerotic, if memory serves. Including the ones that Kate drew, interestingly. Yeah, doesn't sound bad at all. But I need a writer. It can't just be pretty pictures in a book, you know? Maybe it can be Kate and Max, the dynamic duo of Arcadia Bay. Doesn't that sound better? Oh.
Now you're onto something. I like that title. Now, show me what we're working with. The afternoon slowly melted away like the little bits and pieces of ice in Kate's cup.
Oh, was it an iced
macchiato? I guess so.
Sure.
Max stopped and got some ice in the cafeteria to try and bulk it up.
This is why it's cold and half empty. It's full of ice now. It's full of ice.
Her
Scratches
expressions,
out her name on the
that
cup.
sweet smile that made me want to hold her as tight as I could. Her genuine passion and love towards her future. It made everything worth it.
Glad Kate's looking forward to the future again.
I was going to protect Kate, no matter what happened. I was going to make us both happy and protect this future.
Make us both happy.
And make it ours forever.
Am I gay?
Oh, and that's it.
All right. That's, I guess, the end of chapter 2. Sweet.
Okay.
All right, then.
Well, let's read the credits. Made by Retrozone Studio.
Written by Biscuit.
Programmed by Como and Rom.
Rami, I think?
Oh, Rami. I thought it was a semicolon.
Yeah. Sprites by Ruvik Draws and Ari.
CGs by Ruvik Draws.
Black. Well, that's it. That's all you get. Okay. There we go. Backgrounds by Ari.
GUI and font by Julia and Cinnamon Roll of Doom.
Nice. Music credits. Taco Salad by Ruku.
Hello Goodbye by Revelo.
Various tracks by Mao Damashi.
Acoustic Dream by Louison.
Today is a Rainy Day by Kamatago.
Afterglow, Fragile Heart, and Acceptance by Hungerman.
Life is Strange, developed by Donut Entertainment, Deck 9, published by Square Enix.
Life is Strange content and materials are the intellectual property of their respective owners.
Made with Renpai or Renpi?
I say Renpai, but I don't know.
Renpai.
This program contains free software under a number of licenses, including the MIT licenses and GNU Lesser the General Public License. A complete list of software, including links to the full source code, can be found here.
Sweet.
Okay.
All right, and then I guess those are probably clickable, but
Yeah.
if it's here. All right. Well, since we've still got some time, do you want to go back to where we could have hung out with Steph and hang out with Steph?
Sure.
We
No.
don't want to overwrite our save, though.
Wait.
Okay.
No.
No, I'm not sure. No. Well, maybe we
Yes.
can't then. Alright. Load. Okay. Alright, so unfortunately for you, Mia, last week we did the Spend Time with Victoria option, which you can watch on VOD on our YouTube channel. So since the chapter is now over and we've still got some time left, we're gonna see what Spend Time with Steph is like.
Cool. I had seen Steph the other day and she wasn't looking too good. So why not spend a little time with her? I sent her a message as fast as I could. Sure, I'm the biggest Dungeons and Dragons fan. Self-proclaimed, by the way. When are you guys coming? Is it now? Please let it be now. Well, Steph answered. I sent a message to Victoria. Sorry, I don't think I'll be able to.
Invite her to D&D.
I made some plans with some other friends, so maybe this week I wouldn't mind hanging out with you. Smiley face.
Should do a winking smiley. Come on, Max.
Victoria answered quickly.
Replaced after one day? Sad. See you next week then. Smiley.
I stared at my phone blankly while waiting for Steph to message me. Just what does she have planned? I didn't really know Mikey, not personally at least.
It's cool, he's awesome.
Why was he coming over like it was nothing?
'Cause you follow Steph around. It's not that weird.
Maybe I was just thinking things a little bit too much. Soon enough, I got a call from Steph, forcing me to stop second-guessing something that I had already agreed to do.
Do you want to be Steph or do you want me to be Steph? I
Can
guess
you-
it makes sense for me to be Steph
Yeah.
if you're being Max. Alright. Hey, Max. So, you have money, right?
Squinted my eyes. Yeah? What for?
So, let's say, right, I ordered 2 large pizzas, extra cheese, to your place, and hypothetically, we only have $2 on us. What would you do?
I sighed as she spoke. Somehow I can't help but laugh at the end of that sentence.
Come on, I'll pay you back. I promise.
How much older than them is Steph?
Steph is basically Chloe's age.
Oh, okay.
Canonically, Steph is
Right,
basically
we
Chloe's
just
age.
think of her
Just
as being
everybody.
a senior.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Until her official birth date was released, everybody assumed that Steph was at least like a year older than Chloe, if
Yeah.
not 2 years older. But no, apparently she's just a couple months older than Chloe.
Yeah, well, we know time has no meaning in this series.
Yeah.
To be fair, she was at least able to lighten my mood a lot, so I agreed to our little deal, even if I didn't have much of an option.
I
Alright.
mean, you could have made Victoria pay for it.
Alright then. When are you guys coming over?
Well, you're going to be paying, right? You're gonna have to come to the main entrance. We'll see you here in a bit. And thank you so much, Max. I really don't have a Steph voice down at this point, unfortunately. She's just, Kitty Benz is just so iconic.
Oh, I did like... Oh...
Uh-oh, what did they do?
They knocked the lamp over.
Aw, they knocked over our bedside lamp. You dicks. Did they break it?
No, it's fine.
Okay, good.
I noticed because I saw light coming from the floor.
Oh wow, so they knocked it all the way down.
Oh, it was between the nightstand and the bookshelf. Hey, little man.
God, cats.
Come sit by your No, that's a no. That's a no.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Did he get you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
This
little
dog.
bear. Milky boy. Steph she seemed like quite the extrovert, and even though some people would rightfully find this to be a bit of a douche move, I found it to be kind of funny. I mean, she is gonna get pizza out of it, so... I changed into a more decent pair of clothes than my pseudo-pajamas. Jeans, shirt, and the dull-looking sweatshirt. I brought my book bag with me, making sure that both my camera and money were inside, and left my room. Once I reach the front side of the school, I can spot Steph and Mikey under a tree. Once Steph notices me, she nudges Mikey, and both of them walk toward me. Oh, precious Mikey. Hey, Max, how you doing? Mikey just stood by her side. He didn't seem very keen on starting a conversation. I'm doing all right. Kind of annoyed that I had to run all the way over here, you know. Steph chuckled. I'm sorry, but it's going to be some good pizza. They have a local place that makes some really good shit. It should be like $15. I promise they'll be the best $15 you'll ever spend.
That sounds cheap.
That is
For a pizza.
absurdly cheap for a pizza. For 2 large pizzas delivered? 2 large pizzas delivered for $15? I don't think that's how pizza works these days. Oh, Misses love them. They are precious. This better be worth my hard-earned... I can read numbers. This better be worth my hard-earned $15 then. There's some silence between the three of us, and Steph nudges Mikey again, who finally seems to react. Oh shit. It's 7:30, folks.
Time for PT exercises.
You would
Yeah.
think I would remember to turn that off on nights when we're streaming, but...
Nope. Yep, it's good pizza.
Mikey seemed very out of it. Like he wasn't really interested in being here. What can I do?
Is that a bead of sweat
I think
on
that
his
is a bead
forehead?
of sweat, yeah. So, Max, guess what kind of character Mikey plays? Come on, you learn a lot about people by their D&D characters.
Could you do some narration?
Oh, sure.
Thank ya.
Steph gave me a great opportunity to strike some conversation, so I had to use it well. Ooh. Half-dragon bard, a drunk warrior, an old mage, or a cute healer girl. I mean, none of those are accurate.
Mia, which one do you want to see? Since you don't get to see Victoria. It's like 1.5 polarized shots. Oh, well, let's be fair. I'm pretty sure it's like $20 for a box of 8.
Well,
Yeah, the last time I looked it up, which was years ago, so it could be more now.
could be. That cat. Oh.
They were sleeping, like, curled up together so nicely that I assumed they would stay that way. But that was the wrong assumption to make.
God, so how much is a large pizza these days?
I would say just at the store, I would be surprised if you could find one for less than about $15.
That's what I was thinking.
Even for just like a plain cheese pizza.
Yeah.
Mia's this healer girl. Cute healer girl. Big anime eyes, and probably some magic girl costume. I'd be surprised at how many guys are into playing those characters.
Mikey seemed almost flustered, but laughed at the suggestion alongside Steph. Well, Mikey, you do seem like the type to.
Oh, shut up. Come on, an anime girl. Cringe.
I'd be a much cooler girl. I couldn't help but laugh alongside them. Mikey seemed to be having a lot more fun now. Nailed it. Little bear, sweetie, please. Baby, please.
Okay, we'll get the little bear and put him back in containment.
This cat.
Did you learn nothing, little bear?
I have learned nothing. He has burned his paw at least twice this week walking on the stove while it was still hot. Despite our, over a year of trying to teach him to not walk on the stove. And yeah, apparently burning his paw twice in 1 week has not taught him to stop walking on the counter and the stovetop. It's here. Let's go and pay. Can you grab the bag, Mikey? It's in a bag? Be careful, if you break something, you and Elamon are going to need more than a 20 roll to get away.
Alright, time to bust out my 40 face die then.
Steph and I met with the driver and handed him the money. The pizza boxes seemed to be decently sized and had a handmade logo from the local, giving it an endearing, amateurish, but familiar air to it.
Cheer.
Thank you. I'll be sure to pay you. Mikey and I brought some soda, some bags of chips, the good stuff. Tonight's game night.
Oh god.
Steph seemed
By the
really
way,
upbeat.
We're playing. Would you rather play Squid Game or the Hunger Games, Max?
Steph seemed really upbeat, the kind of mood that you can't really get mad at.
Sure. I'm sure it's going to be fun.
We started walking towards the dorms, Mikey following us with the bags they had brought. Oh, okay, so it's not the bags from the pizza place, it's bags from their car with, like, the chips and stuff. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And I'm reading her profile, and everything's perfect. She has a job, she likes music, she loves cats, she has glasses, and she looks like the biggest lesbian ever. Mia says, rolls a D100, waits 35 minutes for it to finish rolling.
But
There was a preemptive silence in the room. Fallout Boy quote. Mikey, Steph, and I erupt into laughter. Ever since we arrived into the room, we had been so loud that I was worried someone was going to report us. Thankfully, no one seemed to mind the noise, except Victoria is totally right across the hall, just fuming.
hate listening.
Seething. She turned me down for this? Just hanging out with nerds.
It's
She
like
could be
she's
hanging
like,
out with me.
like she's talking to her like anime figures. Like, can you believe this shit?
Oh no, I think Steph met the lesbian IRL. Unless, I mean, this is also Max meeting a lesbian IRL, right?
Yeah. So many lesbians meeting. You love to see it.
Steph picked up her phone and started reading out loud, putting a lot of drama behind it. I'm sleeping my way out of this one with anyone who will lie down. I'll be stuck fixated on one star when the world is crashing down.
Okay, but Steph, how did you know it was a Fallout Boy?
Not important.
So edgy. Did that stop you?
It's a massive red flag. I don't know if I have the patience to act like I actually like their music. The pizza boxes were in the middle of the floor. Mikey sat across from Steph while I sat on my bed. Oh, you are going to get such crumbs in your bed. You're going to get, like, pizza grease in your bed. We had been eating for quite a while, the local pizza proving to be quite tasty, even if it had maybe a bit too much sauce for my taste. We'd been talking endlessly about Steph's disastrous love life. It made for both a really funny series of stories and, at the same time, really tragic ones. Oh, the pains of being a lesbian. Wouldn't know what that's like! Steph took a bite out of her pizza slice before she continued. You know, to each their own, but I'm more interested in knowing what kind of girl is your type, Max? Or is it guys? Steph seemed really keen on putting me on the spot today. I almost choked on my soda.
Oh no. It's like Mike is like, oh my god, Steph, you're trying to set me up with Max.
Or are you trying to set yourself up with Max?
Be careful what you say.
So always happens when we double date.
Steph won't leave you alone if you say girls.
Steph chuckled. She absolutely will know. Hey, it doesn't have to be like that. I just want to get to know Max better. So Max, do you like girls? The classic Life is Strange choice.
Right?
Girls or guys?
Well, we've got to go with girls.
Of course. I felt flustered. Just why was Steph acting so carefree? The last time I saw her, she wore a really serious expression. I didn't get the girl and her interest in me, however. I decided to play into her conversation topic.
Girls?
Girls. What do you think she means by girls, Steph?
No, I'm sorry. It's what do you mean by
girls? She said, while mocking my hesitant tone. You were right. Yep.
Yeah.
I sighed in defeat.
Girls.
I knew it, Mikey. Mikey rolled his eyes and reached into his pocket. He took out a $5 bill and handed it over to Steph. God damn it, Steph. Thank you, Max.
Wait. They
only had $2.
Time out.
Lies! Lies! You made me $5 richer.
Come on. I thought she'd think it twice. She'd think it twice if I told her you'd chase her around.
Except I'm hot. So, well, that was definitely out of nowhere.
Did you guys just bet over my sexuality?
Obviously, yes.
And more importantly, that is $3 more than you said you had when it was time to buy pizza.
Right?
That is the true crime.
Right.
In this situation.
Mikey and Steph busted into laughter, the kind that passed over to me, too. Come on, you totally look like the lesbian type. And Mikey over here told me you definitely weren't. So what better way to know than to ask you and get some money in the process? Once both Mikey and Steph's curiosity had been sated, Steph peeked into her bag, pulling out from it a large box. Now for the main attraction. Could you take these? Steph pointed at the pizza boxes and I took them, putting them on top of my bed. Oh god, Max, you're gonna get ants.
Are you sure, Steph? We don't even have a character for Max. I don't even know if she's the type to... Hey! I said yes for a reason. I've played it a couple of times before, and it was pretty fun. I'll try my best.
That's the attitude. And about her character... Oh my god. Steph got up from the floor and went to my desk, grabbing the Calamastia figure and handing it over to me. Oh, she's got the perfect character for the mission. Now don't forget to punch them in the dick.
Get +2 to dick punching.
Oh my god. If I ever make another D&D character, I'm gonna have to get +2 to dick punching.
I mean,
Lex would let Mern have +2 to dick punching.
I mean, really, I should have that as a monk. But it's not really in character.
No.
But you could do a monk next time.
A lot to learn with the monk. So I like my
You'd have
barbarian.
to read your character sheet.
Yeah, I'd have to actually read
Technically,
my
you're supposed
my
to read your character sheet anyway.
I don't understand half the things on that. Mia says Victoria's listening through the door and hyperventilating. Yes, and we've been playing this D&D game for over a year now.
Well over a year
now, and I'm a barbarian, so I don't even have to know spells, and I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But my character is an idiot, so it works. Who needs to learn the rules when you can just play a fucking himbo? Mikey looked at the figure with a nostalgic gaze. Both of them had played with Chloe before, so I couldn't help but wonder what he was feeling as he saw Chloe's character once again.
Are you sure? That's Chloe's character, and isn't Calamastia dead?
Silence. Excuse me. It's clearly not happening tonight. Silence started to manifest clearly into the room, but Steph stepped in before it was too uncomfortable. She had a resurrection bracelet. Come on, how could you forget that?
Rachel's bracelet?
So many thoughts.
Right?
Rachel's bracelet being a resurrection bracelet, but Frank had it.
Yeah, and so she would have, but what if Rachel had the resurrection bracelet? When Jefferson tried to kill her.
Just comes back and just...
Like, knock at the door. Ooh, I wonder who that is. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Mark. Nathan didn't bury her very deep.
No. Just, Arcadia Bay police say that they have no idea what caused the fireball from the junkyard.
Okay, anyway. Resurrection bracelet. Steph winked at Mikey. I didn't quite catch the joke, but it made Mikey smile back at her.
All right then, just give me a bit. I'll go see if there's a bathroom around
There's
here.
only a women's room.
I like the look of Joy. It's like, I'm gonna go take a dump.
Cool story, bro. Mikey stood up and left the room, but as soon as he did so, Steph let out a long, tired sigh laying on the floor. So are you really gay, Max? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know why both is not an option.
Right?
Like, come on. What was she acting so exhausted for? Like, in canon, too. Like...
Yeah. Everything all right? Did the pizza tire you out?
We did eat 2 large pizzas.
Do you
between
need a pizza now,
3 people.
Steph?
Steph chuckled and shook her head. I could use one, but not right now. It's just... Things are such a fucking mess, Max. She paused before continuing, but I don't press for a faster answer. After Chloe's death, I came over to visit, but I didn't expect it to hit me like that. After Mikey gave that speech, he seemed so off. I want to help him, so I try being all hyper and try to make him laugh as much as possible, but it just doesn't feel like it works.
I wonder if that's referencing something from the comics, because I have no idea what that's referring to.
Could be something from chapter 1 that I've completely forgotten.
Could be, yeah.
Steph let out another sigh, but this time it sounds frustrated. She made a fist with her right arm, hitting the floor below her. Pow. I don't want to see him all like this. That's why we did the bet, the pizza thing, and this D&D thing. Sorry if I forced it on you, but it's the only thing I could think of doing to keep the mood up.
Not at all. It's been really fun until now.
Until now.
Especially when you put me on the spot about my sexuality in front of somebody I really don't know very well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only 18. Yeah, good times, Steph. Cool story, bro. Steph seemed really worried. Her troubled gaze darting all around the room as if looking for the answers she had been lacking for a while now.
Steph, you don't have to force yourself to feel something you don't.
This seemed to attract Steph's attention.
After Chloe's death, I mean this most recent one,
My right arm hugged my left. Steph sat up on the floor.
It's been hard for me. extremely hard, but you don't have to exhaust yourself for Mikey. I'm sure he appreciates you being there for him.
Steph looked away as if she couldn't accept my words. Really? I just don't want to see him like that. He looks so sad and it's frustrating. It's extremely frustrating. I moved alongside the edge of my bed to be closer to Steph, who looked at me directly now. Now kiss.
And that's okay. I don't think I've processed it enough. It's hard to accept she's gone, so it's fine to not be yourself.
Yeah.
Same goes for Mikey. You don't have to act all giddy and happy. Not if that's not what you're feeling.
Steph let out another long sigh, a small smile appearing on her face. Mia says her troubled gaze.
Oh. I'm sure you've helped him a lot, but maybe you should ask him what he feels. Maybe we can talk about it later?
Steph seemed understandingly anxious. However, she nodded afterwards. I guess you're right. Thank you. I kind of needed to talk to someone about it. Normally I'd talk to Chloe, but,
For sure. It's not something you can just accept. At least not immediately. I wish I could do so.
The happy attitude seemed to have warped into a more uncomfortable one. However, this was better than faking a happy one. I feel you 100%. It's just... Hey, Mikey! The knob of the door rattled, and then Mikey came inside, closing the door behind him.
Finally, I had to go to the other dorms to find a bathroom. Took a bit of time. Alright then, time to set up.
Steph nodded, quickly moving on from our little chat. Aww. All right then. Today we'll be starting a new campaign that I came up with the other day. You guys will absolutely love it. Steph handed me over a character sheet with a couple of moves and stats for Calamastia. I folded it and kept it to my side for later. Steph grabbed the box and opened it, pulling from it a generic map with some mountains, trees, and rivers drawn on it. From the looks of it, it had been through a lot. Some of the drawings were blurry and there were some stains on the borders. As for how long had they been at this? She set the game on the floor, grabbing Mikey's character, which was not even close to a cute healer girl. It was worth a try. The character was more akin to an old mage. Mikey crossed his legs and sat in front of the map like he had done this 1,000,000 times. Steph pulled out what seemed to be like a big foldable piece of cardboard. It has 3 sections to it, but the front only had a generic medieval design on it, rather. A medieval dragon, typical. I tried peeking at the back, which Steph was reading. Steph notices me and pushes me back gently. Oh, my brain.
Sorry.
It's okay. Whoa, stop there, Maxine. Come on, you can't look at DM's secrets like that. It's Max, never Maxine!
It's classic etiquette. Ruins the surprise of the adventure.
I backed off, nodding.
Sorry, I just got a little bit curious, snooping and all. It's been a while since I last played.
Hey, don't worry. This is just the beginning of the campaign, so it won't be too hard. Promise. Any doubts? You can always ask.
Yeah, just try not to lag behind too much. Elamon doesn't accept incompetent teammates.
Mikey put his figurine on top of the map, seemingly getting into character. That was the point, right? Then I think we can start. Are you both ready?
I don't know if it's the D&D, but I am really craving some Cheetos right now.
Didn't you get Cheetos?
I did.
Yeah. Mikey and I nodded at her, and I put Calamastia on top of the map by the side of Emma. Now... Steph cleared her throat and started her narration. Her voice changed to a more mysterious one. Mia points out Mikey changed his shirt in the bathroom. Must have been fighting for his life in there.
Maybe that's why he was sweating.
Maybe. Good God. That is an excellent point, yeah.
I think he had the cool story bro shirt
He
when
did.
he got back.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just now?
Yeah, so he changed the shirt after using the bathroom. but not in the bathroom.
Maybe it's one of Max's shirts. Oh my god.
Yeah, because he had.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well then.
Yeah.
Okay then. Calamastia, who Elamon once thought had fallen in sacrifice for his own life, was alive and walking right beside him. It seemed that she had another bracelet of resurrection that she carried with her. I mean, thank God.
Right.
What will Calamastia say after seeing him for the first time after dying? Sure. Whatever. They're pretty similar.
Yeah.
This one's more confident. I didn't know much about the character Calamastia. I didn't know much about the character. Calamastia could have been extremely rude or quiet. Which one could it be? If this was Chloe we were talking about. I tried to make my voice a bit more raspy, slightly overacting it.
Hey there. Bet you didn't see that one coming, did ya?
Mikey chuckled. He seemed satisfied with my lackluster acting.
Of course I didn't. Quite the welcome surprise, indeed.
Of course it is. You better be thankful. Now, what's the mission?
I am most honored by your presence. As for the mission... Oh.
Now that the duo is back in action, they can finally tackle their next quest. Steph hunched over and cleared her throat, reading something off the back of the board. You were told that Madame Friona's tea kennel was the place where adventurers could find work and avoid the hassle associated with other places in Flan. So far, that has been true. Madame Friona, a stout and officious halfling who runs the establishment with her 5 daughters, has proven an excellent hostess. Although you have had to share a common bunk room with several other adventurers, the evening meal was excellent and the atmosphere pleasant.
Free food!
That came out of my pocket, you know.
Steph interrupted her narration with a chuckle. -5 gold to Elamon.
Really?
Steph went back to her narrating. You are preparing to bunk down for the evening when one of Friona's daughters peeks into the room. She calls a few of the adventurers, including the pair, into the hall. Steph cleared her throat before continuing, trying for a more girly tone. Pardon my interruption, says the halfling girl named Reese, one of Friona's 5 daughters, just shy of adulthood. A chap just came into the common room downstairs and asked me to fetch you. Something about some coin needing to change hands for an easy job. She plays with her curly red hair nervously.
Easy jobs are never easy. Last time they said easy job, I had to kill a hydra.
I tried getting more into the Calamastia role. Just gotta punch him in the dick, Max.
Yeah.
Honestly, playing a character was slightly embarrassing, but at the same time, it made the experience even more fun.
Come on, stop being such a weakling. I could kill 3 of those with a stick and a hand tied behind my back.
Mikey laughed. Yeah, of course you would.
Steph continued. Reese cannot tell the characters anything more, since the mysterious stranger kept his hood pulled low. Steph stops reading and looks up at us, a mischievous smile drawn over her face. Now, Elamon and Calamastia are offered a deal by the hooded man. The local harpers have captured a not-so-bright merchant that wants to illegally purchase a red dragon egg.
Dragon egg? Aren't those rare?
Extremely. But this hooded man has a plan. Both of our heroes will pose as the merchant, make the transaction, and plant a magical device on the sellers so that the harpers can trace them back.
But how will we get in there? She won't sell us anything if we just go in there.
That's the thing. You. Steph points at me with a playful smile. The elf poses a great similarity to the captured merchant. If the pair were to accept the quest, they'd have a great chance at getting the dragon egg. So, will the travelers accept the quest? Hello, Greek Gamer, who asks, is this game real? Oh, it's a fan game. Yes, it's a fan game. Kind of a continuation of Life is Strange. It's called Life is Strange Aftermath. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on itch.io. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Itch.io.
Itch.io. Mikey turns to look at me, and he looks too excited for me to step back now.
Yes, we'll make this quest look easy.
Mikey and Steph nod, both of them excited.
Of course. We'll take them and bring them back here with ease.
Very well, adventurers. Harper extends his hand and hands Calamastia a little bag of diamonds. Fake diamonds, but good enough to pass through the naked eye. However, both of the adventurers should not fight the merchants.
Just plant this pin,
He says as he hands Elamon the pin.
get the egg, and come back. Understood?
Wait, but...
Sorry, but there's no, wait, is it supposed to be the guy again?
Sorry, but there's no time to explain. The meeting is now. So go towards the barn just outside of the city. You'll see the meeting spot.
Oh, Steph is one of the coolest characters.
Yeah.
Love Steph.
Do we really have no time to plan?
Mikey changed from the solemn voice of Elamon and switched to his normal voice, and Steph does the same. Yep, you guys ready? Mikey sighs, but nods shortly afterwards, switching back to Elamon's voice.
But of course.
Steph returns to narrating. The adventurers take 20 minutes to reach their destination, an abandoned barn that the Harper had told them about.
Is there something else inside the barn?
I wouldn't know. Why don't you look for something?
Sure.
Perception roll, then. Steph handed over the dice. Please give me a good roll. I threw the dice on the board, the end result being a 3.
Oh, really?
I mean, he could also roll 1. Our adventurers can't find anything that tips them off to anything dangerous, so they decide to leave it be. They can notice the merchant, an elf, accompanied by 3 guards. They had no reason to expect trouble. They seem ready for anything with big, shiny swords. As the adventurers reach her, they get in front of the sinewy elf in gray clothes, and she smiles at the 3 humans behind her. I told you they would come. A dragon egg is much too valuable to pass up. The elf turns back to the adventurers. Now let's do this quickly. Here is what you asked for. She holds a very large hide backpack towards you. You throw the payment over to me, and we will leave the egg here. We will exit the barn, and then you can leave after 5 minutes have passed. No fuss, no muss.
Here's your payment.
I motioned my hag. I motioned my hag. I motioned my hand as if gently throwing the imaginary bag.
Oh, hell yeah. That easy?
Mikey used his normal voice. The elf pauses and looks at you more closely. Hold on. Something is not right here.
What? What is it?
The elf doesn't answer. She gives the duo a sharp look. What will you guys do?
We're in a bit of a pinch here, Max, if she notices.
Mikey seemed really into the game, his stare glued to the board as if he was playing a game of chess. Just what could we do?
Maybe we can talk to them? We could also plant the pin if we get close enough, right? So hey, give me a chance at it. Are you sure? I mean, you need a pretty good roll. Actually, 2 really good rolls in a row. Are you feeling confident? Of course I am. Calamastia does not cower out of risks.
Does she? No. Mikey smiled, seemingly convinced.
I punched the merchant in the dick. Sure then.
I turned to face Steph. Her face was slightly tilted to the side as she spoke. So, What will it be, adventurer?
I'll talk to her. I'll show her that we're the real deal. And while at it, I'll plant the pin.
Are you sure?
5,000% sure.
Oh god, Max, I don't think that's how math works. Charisma and dexterity roll. What will you get? She asked rhetorically before handing over dice with 10 sides. Just how many faces could these dice have? 100 is the biggest that I have heard of, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were more. I shook the dice in my hands and then threw it onto the map.
A 10?
That's pretty good for charisma. What about dexterity? I threw the dice onto the map again.
What? Come on, 2 10s?
Steph chuckled. She looked impressed. Well, you make this shit look easy. Steph cleared her throat before continuing her narration. You approach the elf with both of your hands raised up, hiding the pin as much as you can. What will you say?
Hey, sorry if we look a little weird. We've been through lots of places, gotten scars and all that stuff. But hey, I'm your one and only egg buyer.
Suspicious
No
way to
fuss, no
say
muss,
that,
right?
Max. Oh my god. Max, why would you even bring up you not being the person? Oh my god. It's like, we're totally not scamming you. Alright?
If I was scamming you, would I say that I wasn't right now?
The elf sighs, seemingly convinced by your words. No muss, no fuss. No fuss, no muss, she says in response. As you get closer to her with your hands up, the guards are staring you down. It really doesn't look like you're making it out of here if you try anything funny. As you come closer to the now convinced elf, you pat her shoulder. She looks pretty sketched out, and the guards seem even more confused. The elf shoots you a scary look, and you rush back to Elamon's side. The pin has been successfully planted.
Totally not suspicious.
Not at all.
Hell yeah, that was pretty easy, wasn't it? Told you. Now what?
Whew. The elf comes closer to both of the adventurers and hands over the dragon egg. Once she grabs the payment, she backs off with a smirk. I would expect a dragon egg to be, like, hot to the touch, but I don't really know anything about it. A pleasure doing business with you, she says, before her and the guards walk away with a sack of diamonds.
I was quite successful, if I do say so myself. For sure. What does the egg look like? I'll inspect it closely.
Intelligence check. Let's see if the old mage knows his stuff. Mikey grabbed the D20 and threw it onto the map.
4? Really? Maybe I should have rolled the dice. Looks like experience doesn't mean luck.
Damn, Max. Steph chuckled as I teased Mikey.
Beginner's luck. Don't get too cocky, Calanastia.
Steph resumed her narration. Once Elamon inspects the egg, he nods as if to confirm it. It's the real deal. You're getting sleepy now.
It looks like today we're going to bring back quite the treasure. The harper will be pleased. Calanastia, nice job. Of course, old man. I expect some food when we go back. You owe me.
Or punch you in the dick.
That is a very much I'll punch you in the dick pose.
Right.
Right in the dick.
Mikey shook his head.
You're going to waste all of that gold on food. And here I thought elves weren't the type to eat too much.
Steph interrupted us with an ominous voice. The adventurers were distracted talking in the barn, too distracted to notice that the Welcomers, a group of bandits that had been terrorizing the region, were sneaking up on them. There's some rustling in the barn before 3 bandits wielding daggers jump down from the loft, standing right behind the duo.
Shit, really? Don't tell me Elmon is dying now. Come on, it's just a couple of bandits. Isn't Elamon a super strong mage?
A voice interrupts the duo, and a tough-looking half-orc male brandishing a mace appears in the doorway of the barn.
The toll for passage out of this barn is that egg. I'm sure you will hand it over peacefully so I don't have to take your lives instead.
Oh shit, we're surrounded.
Mikey jumped back into character.
It seems so. Is there no way out, Calabastia?
The group of bandits stares at the duo, waiting for an answer while the duo whispers to each other.
If there is, I don't see it, but I could make one.
Shouldn't we just give up the egg? We're outnumbered 2-1.
I mean, that means there's only 4 of them? It's not a lot when you're, like, a wizard.
Right?
And that orc looks like he's 4 men in 1.
Come on, Elmon. We have a massive dragon egg here. You know how many axes I could buy with this? No way in hell I'm giving this away.
If you say so.
So you guys are fighting?
Of course. It's a real egg, isn't it? Can't let it go to waste.
Alright then. Steph cleared her throat before continuing.
So you aren't giving us the egg? Then I'll take it by force.
The orc shouted as he swung his mace against Calamastia.
I dodge it.
Agility check. Good luck. Orcs are heavy hitters. Steph handed me over the 20-face die. I shook it in my hand before rolling it onto the map.
16. Is that a good roll? Pretty good. Beginners get the best luck, man.
Calamastia rolls away from the attack. The orc misses and he smashes the ground, leaving a big hole in the impact zone. The egg rolls close to one of the bandits thanks to the impact, and he tries to grab it. I guess she dropped it?
Flame blast to the bandit. Can't let him get away with it.
Mikey shook the d20 in his hands and threw it onto the map, the result being 17. Elamon shoots a ball of fire towards the bandit, which incinerates him almost immediately. You can hear him scream before he turns into a pile of ash. The bandit seems scared, while the orc is trying to pull his mace out of the ground.
That was cool. Nice job, Mikey.
Elamon is no pushover, Max. He's a battle veteran.
Except for that one time he used fire magic against a flame-immune enemy, or that one time he got ambushed and had no AoE magic because he wasted it on one goblin, or that one...
Hey, isn't it your turn, Max? You should do something.
Yeah, shouldn't they roll for initiative? Steph chuckled and stopped talking. I mean, I guess if there's only 2 of them. If we're surrounded...
I swing my axe in a circle, like spinning.
That's gonna take a decent roll to hit both. Good luck. I took the dice and shook it inside my hands before rolling. 13? I guess that's decent enough. Steph cleared her throat again. You spin in a circle while swinging your axe violently. You manage to slightly scratch the orc who had just dug out his mace from the crater he made. One of the thieves completely dodges your axe swing, while the other isn't so fortunate. One of his fingers is cut off swiftly and falls to the ground. Blood quickly spurts out of his severed finger as the thief screeches in pain. The thief next to him seems to be paralyzed as he sees his partner in pain.
Amazing. Axes are really something, aren't they?
While Elamon is distracted, the orc punches him away. He is sent flying against the wall, -2 hit points.
Come on. You have something against me, don't you?
Hey, I didn't make your character talkative all out of nowhere, you know.
Does this happen often?
More than you would like to admit. Mikey chuckled.
A couple times. Most mages aren't very likely to be the show-off type. Most mages are very likely to be the show-off type. Elamon isn't excluded.
Our eyes went back to the game at hand.
I don't think Elamon can do much right now.
Really?
If you have to make this a bit of a more fair fight for both us and Max.
I know, but how? They dodge every attack.
But they can't dodge your words. Come on, she used to be really good at the intimidation game, that's for sure. She knew how to speak her way out of stuff.
Yeah. Mikey wore a nostalgic smile, even if he avoided saying the name we all knew the person he was talking about only too well. I nodded.
Of course. I intimidate the bandits.
Feeling frisky? Sure. The bandits look directly at you. The pain from the first bandit's injury makes him stand still enough for you to speak to him, while the second one does the same in fear of being the next victim of your bloody axe. What will you say?
See what happened to your old pal over there? I point to the pile of ash.
The eyes of the bandits follow your finger diligently, slightly recoiling as they see the ashes of what they used to call friend.
I mean, that sounds more like Elamon is
Yeah.
is the source of the intimidation.
Right?
You won't even get the pleasure of dying a quick death like him. I'll make it hurt real bad. I'll make both of you into my very own human kebab.
But you wouldn't dare, would you? The now one finger short bandit blurts out, backed against the wall of the barn. Even the orc seems a little scared by your words.
Throw my axe right at his neck.
Right in the neck?
What a
Right
savage.
The
Are
neck.
you gonna kill him off like that?
Of course, an action speaks much more loudly than just a couple words.
Roll again for agility. He's a fast dude, so you need a good roll. I shook the dice once again and threw them onto the map.
Is 10 good?
Yes, but not for the reasons you might think. You're a bit slow to throw your axe, but once you do, it flies at an incredibly fast speed. The thief is able to react and is able to barely move to the side, the blade of the axe slightly scratching his neck, which leaves him completely paralyzed, quivering in fear as your axe barely fails to take his life.
That was good. Come on, I should be able to move now, right?
Steph nodded. Calamassia has bought enough time for you to stand again. What will you do?
I should still have enough for another fire blast, right?
Steph read something on the back of the board before nodding. Yeah, who are you attacking? Mikey pondered for a bit.
That one is already scared shitless and has one finger missing. If we get rid of the other one...
Good thinking. Go for it then.
You think so, but...
Come on, take the shot.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's such a common thing in, like, fan works for Max to be, like,
Yeah.
quoting Jefferson, the always take the shot thing. It's like, that's gotta be the most horrible memory for her. Like, holy fuck, why would she ever repeat that? Like, oh my god. And I'm pretty sure I have done that too. I think I did that in the golden hour.
Yeah. I haven't thought about the golden hour, the story, in a while. It's a great story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Most popular thing I've ever done.
Hey.
Probably
It's a
the
good
most
story.
popular thing I ever will do. Mikey reluctantly accepted, smiling softly.
Fire blast to the bandit with all his fingers.
Mikey rolled the dice, the result being an 18. A sudden heat can be felt in the room before a fireball is shot quickly towards the bandit. He screams as he realizes he can't outrun it, that being the last thing everyone in the barn hears before he turns into a pile of dust, just like his good old friend. In addition, Elamon's magic carefully places Calamassia's axe right by her side. Well,
Wow, I almost feel a little bad.
Hey, it's worth it for the egg.
do it for the egg.
Egg prices are crazy now.
As the now one finger lacking bandit sees what happened to his friend, he quickly makes a run for it through the main entrance, dripping and leaving a trail of droplets of blood on the dirt as he runs away. The orc looks visibly frustrated, grunting as he threatens to swing his mace against you. What do you do, Calamastia?
Block it with my axe.
I picked up the d20 and rolled it without any instructions from Steph's part, the result being a 16. You put your guard up to your left side as the orc is about to strike. You partially succeed. It stings like hell, but you are still standing, -1 hit point.
Shit, I'm not sure if I can use any more spells.
How is Elamon still so low level? Like, does she nerf him every time she starts a new campaign with somebody else, I guess?
Why don't you distract him? I'm pretty sure we can take him down.
Distraction. I dance to distract him.
Dance?
Mikey grabbed the dice with 20 sides and rolled it onto the map.
20? How do you roll? Wow.
Steph chuckled. She seemed fairly surprised by the roll. However, she continued her narration. You drop your staff to the ground and clap your hands to get the orc's attention, who looks at you, confused. Once he has his eyes on you, you start dancing. A dance that is so amazing that he can't help but be mesmerized, paying no mind to Calamastia. What do? Steph looked directly at me, looking pretty entertained herself. I took a couple moments to think of my next move before I grabbed the folded character sheet and read through it. Yeah, you probably should have been doing that, says the person who has almost never looked at their character sheet.
Fatal cleave? What is that?
I mean, it sounds pretty fatal, doesn't
Sounds
it?
like it cleaves somebody fatally.
It does.
Do it.
It's pretty cool. I promise you'll like it.
Fatal cleave, then.
I threw the dice to the map again. The result being a 20.
Fuck yeah.
You grab your axe with both of your hands and jump directly at the orc. He was too distracted to notice you at first, but once he does, it's too late to stop your attack. You swing your axe right against him before coming back to the ground. The orc falls onto his knees, grunting and gurgling with an offended look on his face. Perhaps ashamed at having fallen for such a stupid trick, he doesn't say anything. No insults, no comments. Just a last grunt before he splits open like a hot dog bun.
Whoa, that's hella cool. Why didn't you tell me I could do that before?
Hey, it's not my fault you didn't read the sheet until now. That's like D&D 101, you know? No? Agreed. Mikey cleared his throat before jumping back into character.
Vicious. A decisive victory, if you ask me. Most impressive, Calamastia.
It's nothing, Elamon. That dance of yours was pretty damn good, too. Will you teach me some moves later?
After the promised food? Of course. For now, let's get out of here. Who knows who might be lurking around here?
The duo of adventurers grab the dragon egg and make their way back to the harbor. The pin has been planted and no unnecessary blood has been spilled. An absolute success. Once they're back with the harbor, they could have surrendered the egg and then less blood would have been spilled. But once they are back with the harper, the duo hands over the egg. The harper grabs it and takes a closer look. Huh, a fake, he blurts out, seemingly not surprised by the fact.
A fake? Really?
What do you mean it's a fake? We almost lost our lives for that thing. We planted the pin and grabbed the egg. All for this?
The harper chuckled before answering. Even a child would know this is a fake, but thank you both for bringing it back. The fact that you guys did all of that so perfectly. The harper grabs a small bag that he had on the table and hands it over to the adventurers. Just as promised, 200 gold, right? However, he grabs a small bottle filled with a bright red liquid. Take this, a potion of healing. I'm pleasantly surprised by the huge success of the mission, so take it as a token of my gratitude.
Thank you. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
So she's starting to get a bit Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
J.
Mr. E.
Mr. E.
The duo gets ready to settle in for the night and eat their hard-earned meal, but before doing so, the harper gives our pair of adventurers a last warning. We've seen an increased interest in all things related to dragons. We have also heard of more dragon sightings in the Moonsea region and elsewhere. Keep your eyes and ears open for further information on dragons. It might save your life. And with that, he turns around with his back to the adventurers. The mission was a success.
Hell yeah.
Mikey extends to me his hand for a high five. I return the gesture with a smile. Because you were both of them, so. You did pretty good. Hey, you're pretty good for someone who hasn't played in years, don't you think?
It's all novice luck, isn't it?
I said while looking at Mikey, who shook his head.
Hey, yeah, come on, it was just a joke. You did good, Max. Thanks for joining us and playing with Calamastia again. It's pretty nostalgic.
Steph nodded. We've made our fair share of cool characters and campaigns, but Calamastia was cool incarnate. Terrifying. And Chloe, playing with her was some of the most fun we've ever had. I got closer to the edge of the bed, trying to get closer to both of them.
Did you guys play with Chloe a lot?
She one day we were in the middle of a game and she just jumped into it. She didn't cut my feet off, you know? But
not literally.
somehow it felt magical. It was so much fun.
We had never played with her before, but seeing someone like Chloe, the school-famous punk and cool kid, come and give us her time was something I'll never forget. She even visited Mikey when he was in the hospital, in part because of her, and played with us again. She died, but it was also that Elamon could live, even if he now walks kind of funny. Mikey chuckled.
Worth it.
Aww.
After that, she was really close to Rachel, but she still spent time with us a couple of times. We played D&D, talked about movies, hell, even my brother joined us too.
Both of them had a rather sad smile on their faces, looking at each other, remembering the now old days. She cared for us a lot, even if she wasn't the kind to say it directly. She tried her best to protect Mikey and his brother. She would send us messages from time to time, and we would go out to the diner. Joyce was always so sweet, too.
For real. She sometimes even gave us free Belgian waffles.
Nice.
The absolute best I've ever had, too. But when Rachel disappeared...
The room was filled with silence. Neither Mikey or Steph seemed like they wanted to be the ones to break it. It seemed like I was the one that had to do so. Yeah, it stopped for me, too.
Did she ever tell you guys anything about that? She was never the open kind.
We knew what had happened, but she didn't want to talk about it. She seemed so angry, but how couldn't she be? Rachel just vanished out of nowhere, and Chloe was lonely. And yet we couldn't do anything. Even when we were together, she seemed to be lonely. No matter what we did, it never worked.
We wanted to talk to her, show her just how much she mattered to us, but we just couldn't. I wanted to tell her that she could rely on us, that we would be there for her, but I got scared. Scared that she might get angry and...
Mikey grunted, burying his face in his palms.
Such a fucking coward.
Oh, poor baby. Oh, here comes the music again. Steph seemed just as distraught as Mikey, looking away at the walls as she tightly gripped her pants. I understood what they were going through, because I was right there with them, too. They saw her for what she was, the troubled misfit that had been shafted by this ruthless world, and now they had lost her without warning, without telling her how much she meant to them. But I had to help them. I couldn't let them just sink in their sadness.
Chloe, she greatly appreciated both of you. She had no friends, no one but Rachel and Joyce, so I can only imagine how much it meant to her having both of you. You guys cared so much for her. I don't think she could have been any happier.
Mikey looked at me distraught.
She's gone, and we couldn't tell her anything. She always helped us, but we couldn't help her.
It's not true. Both of you were there for her, right? It's the best thing you could have done for her. When she was feeling lonely, she could always talk to you both, right? Just giving her that peace of mind, knowing that there were people that knew her for who she was.
Going to Pride with her.
I can't even imagine how nice it must have felt, having friends as good as you both.
Meanwhile, back in Seattle, Kristen and Fernando.
Yeah!
My ears are burning. Steph turned her gaze back to Mikey, my words seemingly having an effect on her. Mikey, listen to Max. I know we didn't get to tell her what we wanted, but I'm sure she understood it even if we didn't say it. I wanted to tell her too. Thank her for the good moments that we had together.
That doesn't mean that she didn't appreciate them the way you both did. Those moments with you, they must have been special to her. After losing her friends, her father, Rachel, I can see her holding on to them dearly. Steph, Mikey, I know it's hard to understand. It's hard to not feel regret. But we can't just stay stuck like this. We can't just feel sad and miserable all day. We have to be strong for her, because she was strong for us.
Mikey looked at me. He seemed surprised by my words.
We used to be inseparable when we were younger. We played every day, saw each other every day too. But when I was sad, when I had to move, she knew it. She knew it, but she kept being herself. She kept on being strong so that I could be too. It's hard to understand, and whenever I think of Chloe,
I stumbled through my words, but I had to keep going. I cleared my throat before I kept going.
I can't help but cry. I remember her, just how much I wanted to do with her, how much I wanted to give her the company that she needed, but I couldn't.
Mikey, Max is right. Steph steps into the conversation. Her voice seemed shaky, but the resolve behind it remained unfazed. I know we lost her, but I don't want to lose you, too. You've been pretty out of it for the last few days, and it scares me. It scares me seeing you so distant. It's like you're no longer yourself. I'm scared of not only losing Chloe, but losing you, too. Mikey had become the center of attention. Steph leaned forward, trying to get him to talk to us.
It's tough. Sometimes I feel like it's just some kind of really bad joke, but it isn't. And after she died, I don't know how to feel. Am I supposed to cry my eyes out? Am I supposed to be angry, sad, anxious? I just don't get it. And I just wanted things to stay the way they were. Ever since you left, I feel much more lonely. Hell, even Drew misses you as much as I do. I just don't know how to feel.
Mikey stared at the carpet floor beneath him. Mikey had a point. Just what were we supposed to do? Was making everyone happy the good way to move forward? Or was I supposed to mourn for days upon days after her death? I knew what he felt, and I could tell Steph felt the same just from her expression alone. I shuffled across the bed to be closer to Mikey before speaking.
It's okay, Mikey. I get what you mean, but hey, it's okay to feel the way you feel. It's a little weird to be happy or relaxed after what happened, but you shouldn't just stay frozen like that. I felt exactly like that for a bit, but if there's anything I can tell you, it's that it's okay to feel whatever you might feel.
I couldn't seem to help out with his problems with Steph, but it didn't seem like I was going to have to do so. Steph shuffled closer to Mikey too. The little DM board fell over as she did so, but she didn't seem to care at the moment. Yeah, it's just as she said. I mean, fuck, I was just having a ton of fun a couple of minutes ago, but that doesn't mean that it's wrong. I want to play around with you and Max, too. If you're feeling sad, I'll be sad with you. If you're happy, I'll be happy with you, too. It sounds really cheesy, but I just want you to not hide anymore. She took a breath in before she kept going. I'm sorry I had to leave. I really am. But that doesn't mean that our relationship isn't as important as it was when I was here. See, whenever I get a chance to talk to you, I take it. I just want to see the old nerdy and happy Mikey again. Mikey took a couple of minutes to process this, his gaze lost as he listened to us talk. Steph seemed sensible, really sensible. Just how did these two meet each other? How had they grown so fond of each other? Mikey smiled softly. He didn't seem completely happy, but he didn't need to be completely convinced right now.
You're more concerned about me. I mean, Chloe died, and you have your own problems too, you know?
Yeah, Fallout Boy lyrics. Mia says, I ordered a pizza but was delivered some feels. Oh, that doesn't mean that I can't worry about you. I want you to be yourself, Mikey, because I don't know how I'd even feel without a friend like you. You've followed me everywhere, too. Even when I moved to Seattle, you still sent me messages. You cared for me, Mikey. And then Max is starting to sweat. It's like, oh, fuck even after somebody moves to Seattle, they can keep in touch.
What?
What? Now it's
It was different 5 years ago, I swear.
Now it's my turn to worry about you. So, won't you let me do so, like the amazing friend I am? Steph surely had a way with her words. The small joke at the end makes both me and Mikey chuckle, the change in atmosphere making it easier for him to answer.
I guess you're right. I'm sorry. I got all melodramatic and...
Hey, that's all right, you know? Everyone gets dramatic here and there, and
We were in
that's...
drama club.
Right! And that's why you have me, and Max, too.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you feel sad or anything is worth talking about. See, even I can get all sappy, too.
Thank you, Steph.
He turned to face me.
And thank you too, Max. At first I had my doubts about coming over and seeing if it was worth it, but it really was. Chloe talked about how you two were friends back then, so I can't say that I wasn't curious.
It's okay. If I had to meet someone completely random, I'd be pretty skeptical too.
And I was. Really, thank you for today. And for that pizza, too. I'll give you your money later. Promise.
I'll keep it in mind then.
I mean, you've got $5 you could give her right now,
Yeah,
Steph.
you could literally give her 1/3 of the pizza money.
Because somehow 2 large pizzas were only $15, which
Yeah.
I guess we're moving to Arcadia Bay? Yeah, they're at Arcadia Bay now. It probably wasn't going to happen, but the intention was what mattered. But hey, you guys want to start the next? Steph got interrupted by the buzzing of her phone.
Oh, hang on, it's Victoria.
Ah, shit, it's for you, Mikey. Why doesn't Mikey have his own phone? Mikey took the phone and put it to his ear.
Hello? Oh yeah, I'll be there in a sec, thank you.
Mikey hung up the phone.
It's true. Looks like we might have to cut our campaign short for now. And it was just getting good.
Why
It's okay. I'll let you guys crash over again if you pay for the pizza next time. Sound like a deal? Or what? Pretty generous if you ask me.
Of course. Those $5 Mikey donated to our lesbian fund are really going to be useful.
Sounds like a plan
The
then.
lesbian fund.
Just send me a message again. I had a ton of fun. Calamastia is almost as interesting as the girl behind her.
Couldn't have said it better.
Then I'm all for it. I'll be heading out for now. They'll kill me if I don't hurry up.
Non-binary Drew. Mikey stood up. Steph, however, seemed to stay in place. He reached his hand towards me for a little high five as well as with Steph. He also high-fived Steph.
See you guys.
See ya.
See ya.
And with that, Mikey closed the door behind me, leaving me with Steph. What was she staying for? For makeouts! Steph chuckled and stood up, picking up the dice, map, and the DM board as she spoke. That went way better than expected. Sorry, Max, I don't tend to get emotional unless it's one of those Tinder dates. The girls love that, you know?
Yeah.
Sure they do, Steph.
Girls. It's like, hey, I just...
Just...
Hey, I just watched a really sad movie. Want to come over?
Anyway.
I need to be cuddled.
Oh, tell me you wouldn't cuddle Steph. Look at her. She looks like a great cuddler.
I take it you're a player? Oh, you certainly seem like the heartbreaker type to me.
Are you hitting on me? I like acting like I'm one, but in reality, not that much of an experience. But hey, what's up with that, Maxine? She put everything back into the box that they had brought over.
With what?
And why isn't she correcting her? She turned around with a smirk plastered all over her face, her arms crossed with a cocky attitude. Girls, huh? I knew it from the beginning.
I mean, well, obviously she and Chloe were in love with each other.
Yeah.
It's probably... Oh. I just think about, like, the like, it's like a 2-panel comic, and it's like Chloe and Max hanging out, and like Chloe saying like, I wish Rachel was
Oh,
here.
God.
If Rachel was here, when Rachel was here, we used to go and we'd hang out at the junkyard, and it's just like Max looking depressed, and then like 6 months earlier, and it's Chloe and Rachel.
Rachel's looking fucking pissed.
Yeah, and Chloe's like, I wish Max was here. When Max was here, we'd go to the lighthouse and do the...
Oh, Chloe.
Yeah.
It seemed like Steph could read minds, and only lesbian minds, apparently.
Really? What makes it so
Life would be
obvious to you?
so much easier if you could
I
read
can
lesbian
only
minds.
read lesbian minds, and I can read your mind.
I have my own superpowers.
Right.
Steph sat down on the carpet floor while looking up at me, smirking as she answered. It's like when you have a bad feeling about something, you don't have any hard proof or reason. It's all a gut feeling, right?
Right, so you have gaydar or something like that?
No, I had a bad feeling. Exactly. No hard proof, but my gut hasn't failed me once. I'm proud of you for saying it like it's nothing, too.
Well, I think you and Mikey made it a lot
By
easier.
forcing it out of me.
You guys seem fun. You both seem really easy to be around.
Do, don't they? Thank you. With you, we could have an even more fun group. I mean, if you want to keep playing D&D with us, I definitely won't object.
That sounds great. Sure then, my luck stat is all maxed out.
Oh, maxed out, eh? See, you're already using that basic terminology. Just gotta learn how to say D20.
Yeah.
Give it a couple weeks and you'll be the best DM that Arcadia has and will ever see.
High praise, but I'll take it.
It's all my pleasure, my dear lesbian.
Likewise.
Steph extended her hand towards me, both of us sharing a short handshake.
When Steph walks into a room, instead of saying ladies, she says lesbians.
Oh, God.
And then like Mikey's like, I'm not a lesbian. And Steph's like, not yet.
So, who's the lucky lady that has captured your heart? I mean, you don't have to tell me, but I'll listen to you. It was Chloe!
Should I really tell you? I mean, you're getting a lot more than you bargained for, don't you think?
I mean, are you into
Free pizza?
Fallout Boy, or are you cool?
And you're still in my dorm. You got to know that I like girls too, and now you want names?
No, I want smooches. Steph really had a knack for this. She was a natural not only with her words, but at making others fall into her traps. I couldn't say that I wasn't at least a little tempted to just lay it all out for her. Victoria's still pressed up against the door with a glass,
Right.
listening to every word. Aw, come on. You don't want to get that off your chest? Who else are you going to talk to about that with? She had a point. My mom and dad? That sounded lame. Warren? He'd probably be at least a little bit weird about it. Victoria? I didn't know how I'd bring it up to her.
Victoria already
I
knows,
sighed.
Max.
Yeah, Victoria's listening in right now. See? Come on, my lips are sealed. I've been there almost too many times, so I'll lend you an ear.
Fine. Jeez, you drive a hard bargain too, but I'll only do it if you tell me some stuff too.
Sure, unrequited love stories? Got a shit ton of those. I'll pay you back tenfold in cringe stories of a lesbian teen. I chuckled before taking a deep breath.
Do you know Kate Marsh?
Aww. Marshfield confirmed. Steph looks at me with wide open eyes. Looks like she just saw a murder happen. No fucking way. Kate Marsh? The church girl?
Yeah, it's
Victoria just shitting herself out in the hallway now.
well, it's not like I like her.
Uh-huh.
I think she's really cute and a really good friend. And I don't even think I like her, or do I?
You absolutely
I just
do.
don't
You're
know.
super gay for Kate. Steph leaned in further, a wide smile all over her face as she spoke. I see you. You like your romance with some spice, right? Steph switched to her DM voice. A confused girl trying to capture the heart of her best friend. Her best friend, other than Chloe, surrounded by religion and the taboo concept of girls being with girls. Who knows where the whims of fate may lead them? Dramatic, isn't it? I could see the theater girl inside Steph easily. Always so hyperactive. So many comments.
Keep reading, babe.
It's giving me.
Reading.
I couldn't say I hate her, that's for sure.
But I just told you, I don't know what I feel. Like, come on.
You're in love
We've
with
never
Kate,
done
just
anything
admit
close
it.
to romantic. We have tea together sometimes, and
That's
maybe go out a
romantic.
couple times a month.
That's also romantic.
Those are dates, Max.
You're already dating her.
I think I'm just confusing friendship.
No,
with
you're
actual
already dating
romance.
her. She
Don't
knows
you
you're her
think?
girlfriend.
And even
That's
if
why
it
she
was,
wants you to visit her.
she definitely wouldn't like me. Not even a little bit.
my
And she's
God.
religious too. So no, I don't
There
think
are
it's
plenty
like
of
that.
religious lesbians, Max. Steph brought her hand to her chin, humming as she thought about what I said. All right. I don't think you two have to do anything romantic for it to be romantic feelings. It can be as simple as just liking the same music, don't you think?
As long as it's not Fallout Boy.
And come on, having tea together, one-on-one, sounds romantic as hell, too. Like, have you ever thought about how it'd be if you two were together? Not like you wanting to be with her, but just thought about it? That was an interesting question, for sure. Of course I had done it, probably a couple weeks after I met her, but what were my feelings for her now? Gay, Max. They are gay feelings. She was nice, of course, as nice as someone can get. But was it romance? Yes. I cared for her almost too much, and just the thought of not seeing her again made my heart ache like it had never done before. Excuse me, Chloe's like barely cold in the ground
Right.
at this point. Just thinking about it made my chest tighten. Me with Kate? She'd never say yes. Would she? You're taking a long time to answer, you know. I mean, I think you already know the answer, Max. And then there was Steph, who was now just toying with me. Like, just how hard could it get for me?
I mean, yeah, well,
Before I can even say anything else, Steph claps her hands once, an excited expression appearing all over her face. That's all you need. See? You don't need to go out on a million dates or be super touchy and sappy to feel like you're in love with them. I think you should shoot your shot. Maybe just try and think about it a little more. Who knows? Maybe even if she is religious, she'll give it a try. She spoke with a playful tone, enough for me to chuckle alongside her.
I don't think so. She's really devout one too, and I don't think girl-on-girl romance is really well received.
Hey, I'm just saying, it's not impossible. You aren't really sure yet, right? Look, I'll be staying for a bit longer now that things with Mikey are looking up, and I also have some old places I want to revisit. So if anything happens with that forbidden love of yours, I'll be on standby. Got it? She extended her hand, clenched into a fist.
Got it. But don't get your hopes up.
I gave her a fist bump as she nodded. Sure. So what, you want me to tell you some stories? I got plenty of those. It's like 9, but we got some time before I gotta go.
Sure. And thank you, really. I don't really know you enough, but it was very nice talking to you.
Thank you too. I like talking with you, Max. I'm telling you, we should get together for some D&D or pizza or movies or whatever. Chloe wasn't wrong about you at all. Just what did Chloe tell them about me, I wondered.
What did she say?
Well, apart from sometimes getting mad that she didn't see you at all, she used to talk to us about how you guys talked every day and just how fun you were to be around. Of course, we've only had a day, but from what I'm seeing, she wasn't lying. Did Chloe tell them all that about me? Even when I was away?
Thank you, Steph. I can't wait to see you and Mikey again.
Me neither. Next time, let's finish that campaign. Oh, and I almost forgot. Steph turned around to the box and opened it, grabbing the Calamastia figurine before handing it over to me. This is yours. Just don't forget to take it with you next time we play, alright? I took it from her hands and put it right to my side.
Will do.
Now, want to hear about the time I almost hooked up with a local micro-celebrity?
Almost?
Almost. A tale of love, deception, and emo music. This sounds like a hell of a trip. I'm listening. Steph and I spent the rest of the night talking about her hookups and her dating tips for me. Steph was definitely quite the storyteller. She didn't even get to finish all of her story before she had to leave. Could you...
Oh,
Yeah,
I walked
sorry.
her to the main entrance of the campus, and once we parted ways, I went back to my room. Dating Kate. Before I realized, I was already smiling to myself. The idea seemed pretty enticing, admittedly, but was it really okay? Those moments that I shared with Chloe, that last kiss that we shared before I lost her. I sighed. Why was Kate making me feel so confused?
Damn it, Kate.
My heartbeat raced whenever I thought of us together. Was it okay to think of her like this? I shook my head. Thinking of it all night wasn't going to solve anything, and my sleep schedule was already fucked the way it was. So I put my phone under my bed and closed my eyes. Today was a fun day, with a lot to think of for sure, but knowing that I had new friends in Steph and Mikey helped me get the sleep I hadn't had in weeks. End scene.
All right.
Whew, well, that took longer than the other,
All right. Yeah.
but that was an interesting storyline.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad we did that.
Yep.
And now we can call it a night.
Yes, so thank you for everyone who hung in there with us,
Yeah.
and who chatted or did not chat, please. Like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things.
Are you still having a coffee commission sale?
The sale is over. It was for the month of January, but I'll probably have another one soon.
Yeah.
But commissions are still open.
Yeah.
For Shipwrecks on coffee as well. Shipwrecks Gaming on Twitch. Shipwrecks on YouTube. Are we Ghost in the Hella on Twitter? I don't even
You
remember.
might be. I don't know.
Probably Ghost in the Hella on Twitter. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And thank you to Retro Zone Studios for making this awesome fan game.
Absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun playing. And we look forward to the eventual Chapter 3.
Yes.
And now we'll have to figure out what to play next Thursday.
Well, we have penciled in
Is it Spiritfarer?
Spiritfarer, but we could always do something else. And on Sunday, we have a very special
Right. Oh, God.
Valentine's
that's Sunday.
Day edition of Indie Game Speed Dating.
Yes, we
Indie
should
games
really
to
pick
be
out.
announced. Yeah,
pick out the
so we
games
should
for
do
that and
tomorrow.
schedule
I guess.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
So anyway, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night or whatever time zone you are in.
Yep.
And we'll see you again, hopefully on Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.